This your boy Silly Bones, and right now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do story time. I was gonna try to do it as a live feed, but I wasn't able to get a lot of you guys in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and do this as a video. I am gonna do a reaction today. I do plan on doing a reaction today, but the story that I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm gonna get face to face with the camera, is I want you guys to know me. So, but first, before I get into that, I do want to talk about what happened yesterday. I told you guys I was going to tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday, what happened, okay, so the whole story, the whole 9 story short, I'll put this in a short summary. First thing I want to say is, guys, be careful what you do. Be careful what you say to people or what you hear. Sometimes when you think you're doing something right, you're really not. You're doing something wrong, which can cause an issue for somebody else, and it could cause a problem. You wanna, you know, if you hear something and you don't like hearing it, just let them know and ahead of time in front, and let them know that, you know, you disagree. You know what they're doing. You don't want to hear about it, or just walk away from the situation. I didn't walk away from the situation. I kept listening and listening, and, you know, I was stuck between, you know, 2 types of departments, 2 types of colleagues, and I opened my mouth. And, you know, I hope this doesn't label me as a, oh man, I gotta fix that right there. I'll fix that in a minute. I'm not gonna be too worried about it. But sometimes it's best not to get involved in something that you really shouldn't, because those things can cause a problem. It could cause an issue, and if you're not careful, it can actually hurt you in the working world. And another thing too that I wanted to add to that was, so basically, to the whole situation, I walked up to the person and I just told them, I didn't tell them so-and-so, because that's not the person that I am. I don't go around and saying, hey, this person said that. I basically said as a general statement, and I said it as a general statement pointing to a particular department. And instead of, you know, not thinking that, you know, this person would go off, I thought, you know, she's not going to go off on everybody, which that's what happened. So what I've learned off of this course of this situation is that I gotta be careful in what I say, and be careful what information I give to another person, or be careful in the information that I pour out, because sometimes when you say something, you may think you're saying it the right way, but you are honestly saying it the wrong way, which it can cause an issue to the circumstance or to the other individual that's involved. So that's what I learned off this situation. That was what happened yesterday, and because of that, I did hurt some people, which I apologize for. Again, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. But you just gotta be careful on what you do and what you say, because it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out to the best of the ability, or you know, just don't do it. But another story time that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, besides all that happened yesterday, I want you guys to know me. I want you guys to know me as a person, as an individual. So I'm gonna say this on this point. My name is Moses. I'm born in Florida. I lived in Florida my whole life. I've only been to Jersey and New York. I've been to Japan. I want to go back again. I gotta get my passport to do that. I am working on, you know, I just started getting back into YouTube. I started my YouTube channel back in 2017 to do dance, but I didn't really do it harder than I did now. So now I'm pushing a lot harder towards that. My mom is Cuban, my dad's Colombian. They were married, I think, 19 years. My mom and dad separated when I was 13 years old. I graduated from MacArthur High School. I went to Apollo Middle, and I went to West Holland Elementary. I went to college for patient care technician. I graduated as a patient care technician. I now work at the hospital. But before the hospital, I started working when I was 14 as a newspaper seller, and that's a whole different story that I could get into. That would be a whole nother video for that one. I love dancing. I've been dancing since I was 5. I enjoy doing it, and I don't want to ever stop doing it. And the thing is, I for some odd reason, you know, my whole life I was always shy. But now I enjoy the camera. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy talking to people. Talking to people is like one of the best things you can ever do, because you could get knowledge from everybody and anybody. And I left Miami. I'm not going to tell you the city. You know, eventually, you know, I will get comfortable and I will say the city that I'm in right now. But I am from Miami. I left Miami. And the reason why I left Miami is because, okay, so, how can I say this? A few years back, I had a girlfriend. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to say her name at that time. But, I left. I'm not going to say how old she was, and I'm not going to say, but I will say why I left. I left because, I'm going to say the family at the time did not like me as an individual, as a person, and they wanted to get me in trouble, so I left. So I moved to where I'm at now, and I've been down here ever since. The reason why me and her broke up, because my mental state at that time and her emotional mental state at that time wasn't really good for the relationship. And so she came down here for 2 weeks and then she left. It was very hard. There was a lot of things on my part that I can say that I could have done better, but I didn't. Between lying, between my emotion process, between doing things, making stuff up, not being honest with her didn't help at all. And the day that she did left, I became more emotional, and it didn't help the relationship, so she never came back. The thing that she did tell me that I never told nobody, but I'm gonna tell now. There was a point of time that when we did sit and talk, she was planning on coming back, but because the way my mental emotional state was at the time and the stuff that I was, this is why I don't post a lot of my life on Facebook, because I used to post a lot of my emotional life on Facebook and how I was feeling, and I used to put my problems on there, and then I stopped. So that's why that ended. I really, you know, a lot of things in that situation I probably would have changed, but if I did, I probably would not be the person I am now, or person I'm with now. You know, but it was a crazy situation. The life that I had in Miami was totally different. My family is we're not a rich family. We're very, you know, we didn't even have a wooden spoon. My mom had to work almost 2 jobs. She was security. She did a whole bunch of other stuff, candy cane parade. She did a lot. She was very devoted to my marching band stuff, but we didn't have a lot. To where I am now, I could say 10 years later, like I always tell people now, that you can always have a lot of different things or different objectives, but you really have to really think, if you're in a specific spot now, you really got to think how you got there. Now that I am where I'm at now, my life's a little bit better than what it was. I'm more confident, I'm more opening, you know, work-wise is different as well. And I have what I have now. I'm still trying to grow, I'm still trying to do more. But you got to realize that you have to really switch it up and really, hold on, you know, are you really happy where we are? If you're not, you got to make that move and change it. So with that being said, this is a little summary of my life. I will pick days to go on live with you guys, where you guys can ask me questions and things you want to know about me, and I will answer those questions on the live feed. What I would do is on my community tab, if you click my bell icon, the community post tab, I will be posting the times that I'm off, the times and days that I will be going live, so that way you guys can ask me anything you like, any questions, anything you may love to ask me. You can go ahead and I will be happy to answer them for you. Anything in my life, and I'm gonna say it on this video, is an open book. Certain personal things I won't answer. I'll tell you I won't be able to answer that, but more than likely I can answer it, because my life is an open book. So if you're new to my channel, smack that like button, leave some comments down below, and hit subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Be ready, because I am posting a reaction after this video. I love you guys, and dancing will be this Thursday. This Thursday or Friday, I will be working on another dancing video. With that being said, I love you guys. Peace, love, happiness.